Once again, welcome back and with most important and vital problems which I am going to discuss of your class 10 mathematics based on the concept of arithmetic progression. And in this class I am discussing two interesting questions and important questions for you of exercise 5.3 question number 19 and 30. I understand, my dear students, many of you think mathematics is one of the tedious and difficult subject. But to me, clearly understand, mathematics is the entirely study of mind. And mathematics is such a chapter where the problem is there, answer is there. And you have to find out and you have to apply your brain process and you have to apply your mind and which concept you are going to apply for that particular problem. So it entirely depends upon your thought process. So two important factors, my dear student, I would like to say you. First of all, you have to develop your right amount of concept toward the subject. And also another factor, you have to develop your problem solving attitude. How you can apply the different problem and how can you apply your concept to different situations. Thus, if you can develop your problem solving attitude with right amount of concept and utility of mathematics in our day-to-day life and also various aspects, then certainly you will find the mathematics is an interesting subject to you. I hope you will follow it. Let's see the problem. Look at the problem here. 200 logs are stacked in the following manner: 20 logs in the bottom row, 19 in the next row, 18 in the row next to it, and so on. See the figure. In how many rows are there 200 logs placed and how many logs are in the top row? Right? Look at the solution. Here given that logs are stacked in a row, 20 logs in the bottom row, 19 logs in the next row, 18 logs in the next row to it, and so on. It means the logs are arranged in a definite pattern, which is an important aspect of arithmetic progression, patterns. Okay, let's see. Thus we get number of logs are arranged in the sequence as 20, 19, 18, which is an arithmetic progression. Thus 20, 19, 18 is an arithmetic progression. The first term of the AP A is equal to 20. The common difference D is equal to 19 minus 20, which is minus 1. Right? Again given that the total number of logs, which is 200, and you have to find out the total number of rows. Second point, you have to find out the total number of rows on the top row, total number of logs on the top row, right? Let the total number of rows be n. Since the total number of logs is equal to 200, so you can apply the sum of n terms of the AP using the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 whole into 2a plus n minus 1 whole into d, which is 200. Since a is equal to 2 and d is equal to minus 1, so by using this value, we shall get Sn is equal to n by 2 whole into 2 into 20 plus n minus 1 whole into minus 1, which is 200. N by 2 whole into 20 multiplied 2, which is 40, minus 1 into n, which is minus n, minus 1 into minus 1, which is 1, which is 200. Thus n by 2 whole into 40 minus n plus 1, which is 200. And n by 2 whole into 40 plus 1, which is 41 minus n, which is equal to 200. Here n by 2 and 2 in the denominator can be transposed to the right hand side, and after transposition we can multiply 200 into 2, which is 400. Thus we can write n whole into 41 minus n, which is 400. And you can multiply 41 multiplied n, which is 41n, minus n into n is n square, which is 400. Here is an arrangement: minus n square plus 41, which is 400. So minus n square plus 41n. Here 400 will be transposed from the left side to right side, sign will be changed, which is minus 400 is equal to 0. Thus, minus n square plus 41n minus 400 is equal to 0. By changing the sign, minus n square will be plus n square. Here plus 41 will be minus 41 and minus 400 will be plus 400. Thus, n square minus 41n plus 400 is equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation in the variable n. And you have to solve it using build-up splitting methods, all of you know. So, which is n square minus 25n minus 16n plus 400 is equal to 0. So, after taking the common n from the first two terms, we shall get n whole into n minus 25. Again, minus 16 can be taken from the last two terms as a common factor, which is minus 16 whole into n minus 25 is equal to 0. Thus, n minus 25 whole into n minus 16 is equal to 0. And n minus 25 is equal to 0 or n minus 16 is equal to 0. Thus, you get n is equal to 25 or n is equal to 16. When n is equal to 25, then the number of lugs on the top rows, which is a 25, which is equal to a plus 2040 as per the formula. By putting the value of a and d, we shall get 20 plus 24 whole into minus 1, which is 20 minus 24, which is minus 4, which is not possible because the number of lugs cannot be negative and always a counting number. Thus, n is equal to 25 is rejected. When n is equal to 16, then the number of lugs on the top row, which is a16, which is a plus 15d. By putting the value of a and d, we shall get 20 plus 15 whole into minus 1, which is 20 minus 15, which is 5, which is a counting number. Thus, there is 16 rows in the stack and number of lugs on the top row is 5. This is one of the interesting word problem based on the application of arithmetic progression. I hope you will follow it and practice it. Let's see another vital and fundamental problems. Here I am going to discuss based on the application of arithmetic progression. Look at the problem. Another simple problem. Find the sum of the first 15 multiples of 8. Look at the solution. The first 15 multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32, so on, which is a arithmetic progression. Because you see, since a2 minus a1 is equal to 16 minus 8, which is 8, a3 minus a2, which is 24 minus 16, which is 8. Since a2 minus a1, which is equal to a3 minus a2, which is 8, thus it is an arithmetic progression. So, in the arithmetic progression 8, 16, 24, here first term a is equal to 8, common difference b is equal to 8, n is equal to 15, because you have to find out sum of first 15 multiples of 8, which thus the value of n is 15, number of terms is 15. So, using the formula of Sn, sum of n terms of the AP, Sn is equal to n by 2 whole into a plus n minus 1 into d. In the place of n, you can write 15. So, S15 is equal to 15 upon 2 whole into 2 into 8 plus 15 minus 1 whole into 8 by putting the value of a and d. Thus, 15 minus 15 divided by 2 whole into 8 to the 16 plus 15 minus 1, 14 multiplied 8. Thus, you get S15 is equal to 15 by 2 whole into 16 plus 112. Thus, 15 by 2, here 112 plus 16, which is 128. Okay. So, here after cancellation, we shall get here will be cancelled. Look at here. After cancellation, it will be 2 6 ja 12 and 2 4 ja 8, which is 64. Thus, you get 15 into 64, which is 960. Thus, S15 is equal to 960. Hence, we get that the sum of first 15 multiples of 8 is 540. Another simple and fundamental problem based on the concept of arithmetic progression. Okay, here is an assignment for you. Look at the assignment, try for the assignment. Okay, I hope you will understand. Thank you for your interest and eagerness toward the class.